Today, we have with us Ms. Soma Ghosh. Ma'am has a career spanning almost 3 decades in the finance field, and currently ma'am is working as Head of Finance at CS Group for the India region. Ma'am, we are really glad to have you over here with us, and we would like to garner a few insights from you. Especially as MBA students, how can digital upskilling enhance our readiness for industry challenges? Thank you for having me here, first of all, and equally a pleasure to be here and sharing my thoughts with you. So digital upskilling is, in the current world, it's become like a buzzword, and typically the finance upskilling, it's not limited to finance, but it's upskilling in all ways, right? So you have to be current, you have to be able to get faster with solutions. So, gone are the days that we used to look for talent in Excel, Microsoft Office, PowerPoint presentations. So we don't rely on that anymore. So the buzzword now is upskilling through Power Automate, through Power BI, which also relies directly from the system. So when there's an SAP as an ERP, the Power Automate is able to fetch in the templates you set up based on the PowerPoint presentations you need. And it's a direct download into the system. So you don't have a manual interference. So what that does, right, is to eliminate errors in the process, to give you a faster real-time result. And if I'm talking about results, it's either, the results of the company. We talk about financial statements. There are, apps nowadays which generates the entire financial statement. So P&L, balance sheet, cash flow statements. You just have to give them the go-ahead and they will generate programs for you. So unless you upskill and upgrade, you will fall out of market. And then, we call it go out of the comfort zone, get into disruptive technologies, accept change as constant. And therefore, financial upskilling or digital upskilling is extremely important. And that's something that we look at, new talents that we gather from industry, from academia like Symbiosis and group of companies also have these campus interviews that we do, right? So any student that brings out that differentiator becomes one of the shortlisted set of candidates. So it's extremely important to answer your question. And also I would recommend that digitalization is in its all forms, right? So it's not only, as I mentioned, it's not only financial upskilling. So you have Internet of Things. We call it machine learning, where you have a computer and you are able to feed what you need from the computer. So it gives you what you want to hear. It gives you what you want to see. It gives you much polished set of records that you would like to present as a CFO or as a chief sustainability officer or a chief information officer. So things have become very easy nowadays, thanks to the digital world. But we have to be careful because, every program is again a garbage in, garbage out.
Exactly.
Right. So we call it GIGO. So if you're not able to declare to the system the right set of words, like Copilot, Microsoft Copilot, right? So when you go to the search engine, it gives you a prompt. Do you want the Copilot to answer your question or not? They need to ask you, do you want the Copilot to stop responding? Sometimes the information that is gathered through the digital means may not be correct. So it's also equally important to be well read, right? And we read about what are the innovations that are happening, what is behind the innovation, what are the typical programs that get in. Unless you have that knowledge, then the superficial knowledge could be dangerous.
Yeah.
So upskilling with knowledge and well read for an employee or for a incumbent student, aspiring student is extremely important.
Right.
Yeah.
And exactly, ma'am, like in today's tech-savvy world and how everyone's moving towards digitalization and what you said in regard to that,
Yeah.
what were the challenges that you personally faced while using these digital tools, and like how did you overcome them?
Yeah, extremely important question. So I'll take an example. So most of the leadership presentations on numbers happen through Power Automate.
Yes.
So it's important that you need the right skill set to even design the program. So say you have to multiply certain factors and say FX, exchange rate. And there's an exchange rate that we get every month because it's a realization rate. So if you're a company that's importing and exporting, then the FX rate plays a very important role. So say that program does not capture the right exchange rate, then your realization gain would go wrong. Then your other income would go wrong. Then your P&L P&L is profit and loss statement, could be overstated, understated. So a testing phase is very important. We call it proof of concept.
Proof of concept.
Exactly. A POC is very important. And before you actually get into the boardroom, you have to be extremely sure of numbers. And since it's my field, I have to be doubly sure of numbers because finance is accurate to the digital last point. So again, knowledge about what's happening in the program, your involvement, and you actually to dirty your hands every time. You cannot, of course, you have to trust your team. But ultimately, when you're the sign-off person, you're signing off your balance sheet, you have to be doubly sure of what's going to these statutory auditors, would be KPMG, would be any Big Four firm. So that's really a challenging concept, because if you miss any of the steps, then the consequence is not good. Because then you would not be seen as a CFO who is accurate and who really knows her job, right? So that is important as a check.
Right, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. We are really glad that you could be a part of this.
Thank you. Pleasure is mine, and
Thank you for sharing your valuable time also.
thank you so much.
And thank you everyone for tuning in.